Well, hi, I'm Billy McLaughlin, and I'm here today with someone I've been wanting to meet for a long, long time. I've watched her on local news as an anchor woman, and she's an author, and we get a chance to work together on a very important event called the Spirit of Success Summit that's happening here in the Twin Cities in October of this year of 2013. And I'm thrilled that we have just a chance this morning to say hello before we dive in deeper into preparing that event. And this is Joan Steffend, everybody.
Hello.
And yeah, and
Nice to meet you.
it's great to meet you. We've had one chance to talk on the phone before,
Yeah.
and we knew this was going to happen, and and it feels really like the Spirit of Success Summit is kind of destined to happen, and it's a gathering of different perspectives, different speakers who all bring something to the table in the areas of reinvention, of refocus, and in recharging. And I know, Joan, that you have a book.
I do. I have two.
You have two. And the most recent book is called?
Peace In, Peace Out.
I love that title.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that
Thank
title.
you.
And in the title of the event that we're doing, the word spirit is a very important word. It's the spirit of success. And it's the spirit that matters. And I think that your book and your focus of your work since getting out of the television world has been in that, you know, what does it mean to have spirit, and what's the right spirit to interact with each other? You want to talk a little bit?
Well, to me, it's like, what does it mean to be fully alive? What does it mean to be fully you in any situation? That was the big discovery for me, was that I had lived so much of my life with something that looked very much like success to a lot of people. I mean, I worked on local television for 17 years. I was on international television, HGTV, for 10 years. I had received awards. I had, but still there was that feeling of like, wait a minute, is this it? Is this all the joy I'm ever going to feel in my life? And what writing the first book, which is called And She Sparkled, ended up giving to me was the knowledge that my authentic Joan, was not really present. I had spent most of my life trying to figure out what other people wanted from me and figuring out how to rearrange my cells to give them that instead of just going, this is who I am, and this is what I'm good at, and this is what I love, and this is my gift, and this is what I want to give to the world. So it was a huge transition that came for me probably only about 10 years ago.
Right.
I mean, the transition was coming for many, many years, but that sense of knowing what was missing. Authenticity.
Right.
Me, Joan.
Right.
All my gifts.
Right.
You know, whether people approved of them or not. So that's success to me is really owning who you are and bringing that into the world.
Which is why you're going to play a really important part in this summit. Yeah, because I think we all recognize that sense of real, authentic joy is attached to the word success. And what we're hoping for this event is to have people leave that event feeling completely empowered to make the kinds of changes in their life. And goodness knows you've transitioned out of work that didn't really feed you.
No.
And you followed your heart to a place of true success. That's awesome.
I just read something this morning. So it was by Maya Angelou, and I don't know that I'll get the quote right, but it's like, true agony is not presenting who you are in the world. You know, the agony of hiding your spirit. This is, we're just asking people to come and be open to the idea that there is another journey to go on.
Right.
You know, in addition to following the rules of corporate America to that kind of success, there's another success that can travel a parallel path with that. So
that's powerful stuff.
I know. So what are you going to be talking about?
You know, I'm going to continue to share my story. My story's out there to some extent. Most people would recognize me as being a musician.
Sure.
I don't know what gives it away exactly. Something gives it away.
I think it's the sparkles.
The sparkly shirt. No, you know, I've had this interesting shift in my life that included sort of a tragic physical disability that stopped my my rising career within the guitar world. At a point where I was just getting to where I really wanted. I had the international recording contract. You know, I had employees. We were on tour all the time, and musicians really are athletes. And when our bodies break down, we can't do what we love to do anymore. And I learned through this process of dealing with my disability that there was another part of my life that was about to happen. And the other part of my life doesn't include, it's not just about music, it's really about reaching out to people and sharing what I've come to understand, which is that there really isn't anything that's impossible. It's about overcoming the impossible. I ended up into my 40s having to relearn my instrument backwards. And yeah, and not just to get it to a place where I was a basement hobbyist, but I wanted to reclaim center stage and get back out and compete in a marketplace. The music business is really tough.
Yeah.
It's very, very competitive.
And today we can say done, but back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
what was going through your mind?
Well,
Your heart.
You know, a lot of what I'll be talking about and sharing is how to keep yourself inspired despite overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
You know, there was really no guarantee that my attempt was very unlikely to have ended in success. But should that keep us from trying? I mean, I don't play the guitar the way other people play the guitar. I can't. Does that mean I shouldn't play the guitar?
No.
No. So it's about reinvention.
That's so cool.
It's about having a goal, and maybe what worked yesterday doesn't work today.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a complete loss of that, right? Everything that was working for me yesterday at some point kind of stopped working. So how do you reinvent yourself to get back to your core meaning and purpose, which for me is very clear. I know that I'm on this earth to love as many people as I can through my music. And when I do that, I'm successful on more than one level. It's been crazy, but my career has taken off also on a financial basis because opportunities are opening up for me to share my story in ways that I never had as a, you know, the guitar player existence is a pretty tough, you know, maybe not always so profitable place to make your living. And now these opportunities are opening up for me that I just never would have dreamed possible.
So boil that down to a lesson for me. What do you think it would be? I mean, obviously you can say thank you for the challenge that presented itself today.
That, if I can boil it down, I would say the worst thing that ever happened to me has absolutely become the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And it wasn't until I stopped thinking about what was broken. You know, we all go through those periods in our lives where we have loss and we have transition and we have to reinvent and we have to refocus and we have to recharge. We all go through those periods. But my real paradigm shift came when I said, I'm going to not think about the things I can't do. I spent enough time. I wasted so much time thinking about what was broken and thinking about what was lost. I needed to stop thinking about that and think about the things I still had that worked.
Right.
And what I still had that I could build upon. And I think it's easy to get stuck in that negative mindset. And so this is where, you know, there's going to be an overflow of, I think, positivity and, again, this sense of reinvention at the Spirit of Success Summit. And I think it's going to be just going to be awesome to have you there.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've got some wonderful, notable names. Harvey McKay is.
Who doesn't know Harvey McKay?
Yeah, is exactly. Harvey's going to be on board, along with some predominantly Minnesota speakers and authors. There's going to be Dave Horzager is going to be there to talk about his work in the area of building trust. And you start to put these things, spirit and trust and reinvention, all together in one program, and I think it's just going to be an amazing, amazing opportunity.
I do too. Well, I mean, I look at the world right now, and we can look at the world and see chaos, 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 chaos. Maybe similar to what you were feeling when you first had your diagnosis. It's like you can see the chaos, but it's our chance in the chaos of what's happening in the world to focus it down into what's possible.
Yeah.
What's possible? What can we bring out from this conference, from your individual life, from your individual life, from my individual life? What can we bring out into the world that makes it softer, that makes it more possible to do what people are now saying is impossible? I mean, we have the capacity. I think that's what I want people to know from me is like, we have the capacity to change the world. You as an individual. You don't have to stand in a group. You as an individual change the world every day.
Right.
Make a conscious decision to change it for the better.
Right. And don't ever sell yourself short.
Right.
I sold myself short for quite a long time. I think I think we all start to live within limitations, not just in the workplace, but at home.
Yeah.
There's in your personal life. You start to you can't really understand your own true capacity to achieve until you get to that place where you say, I've got to. I've got to do it. I found myself in that place where there was no music anymore. There was only silence. And I wasn't going to live in a silent world. And so we're going to be sharing personal stories. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more about
stories are personal.
lot more about your life. But I think through all of the speakers at this great event, people are going to walk away understanding that there's a new horizon for them, and that they really truly will take away a spirit of success for themselves.
I hope so.
I do too.
That's my plan.
We'll be seeing you soon, Joan.
Okay, I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it. You're welcome.